All right. Hello. Welcome, sisters. So, I am so excited to be sharing with you super, super quick. I started my business about 7 years ago this time of year. And I'm excited to share with you how, in less than 1 year, I tripled my income and also earned three free cars my very, very first year of starting business. So I'm going to take you back a little bit and kind of share with you from the beginning. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Angela Brannon, and I am a sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics. So love being a part of this amazing company, a top five global skincare and beauty brand, and getting to invest and to pour into a lot of women. Love that part about my business. So let's take you back to baby consultant Angela. 7 years ago, I was 21 years old, and really the only reason I started my business was because I got really excited about the discount on products that we get to receive. Let's get real. We're all using skincare. We're all using makeup. And I got really excited about that. But then and also some extra money, love creating extra money. Who doesn't, right? And at 21, that was so appealing, right? So, why I started my business, and I never knew that it was going to be so much more. Never knew. Okay. So I had my eyes set on a degree in healthcare administration, which is what I got my degree in. But I never knew that I was going to fall in love so much with the Mary Kay opportunity. And so it was probably about a month into my business, I started going. Thankfully, in Mary Kay, we have free training, right? And weekly events in our area. And so I decided I'm going to get plugged in because they can teach me something, right? About glamour, because I knew nothing about glamour. And so I went, and y'all, let me tell you, I fell in love with the community and the atmosphere of Mary Kay. And it was then that, I will say I kind of got addicted to our weekly events. And the major reason for that I got addicted to that was because of just the joy it brought my life. Being around women that are of such caliber, that have elevated thinking, that are positive, right? And at that time in my life, a lot of people did not even know because I was always prior to this point, I was always very outgoing, loved to make people laugh. Just had I would say I had a pretty outgoing personality. And I remember when me and my husband now started dating, that was the thing he told me he loved about me. He loved that I was so outgoing and I could talk to kind of anyone. But at that point in my life, that was not a true story for me. I had gotten down to about 98 pounds, which was very unhealthy for me. And my emotional mindset was very, very, very unhealthy. I didn't even like to socialize, period, point blank, period. And so just being around brought me so much joy. And that is the reason I will tell you, I started Mary Kay for one reason, but the reason I fell in love with my business and kept going was another reason. It was the joy, and it was giving that to other people. And Mary Kay was my outlet because I worked in a call center all day, people calling about their bills. Totally not fun. And thankfully, because of my Mary Kay business, I did get back very healthy in my life. So I will say we have the best mentorship at Mary Kay, best mentorship ever. And so they actually have, I hope this is still going. They had a really fun going on, and it was called a Pay Setters program. And I didn't really know what that was. I didn't know what it entailed. But my director just told me, this is all she told me. She said, you need to call in and you need to be a part of this. And I said, okay, sure. Like, it was a call that I listened to every week, did not know anything about it. But let me just tell you, that was the best thing ever. It was the best thing ever. And so every single week there was some training, and then there was training by my national sales director, and then there was also a challenge every week. Okay. And every week we had to complete the challenge to stay a part of this group, right? And I'm the type person, if somebody challenges me to do something, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, right? And so that is what created so much momentum in my business. And that is what allowed me to step outside my box and really just soar and fly my wings, right? And so that was in November. And by the end of by the end of January, I was submitting to become a leader in the company. And by the end of February, I had earned my first free car. And by the end of April, following that, I actually moved into leadership and gained a what I call an elite title in our company. And so that I literally in less than 6 months went from brand new baby consultant, literally not knowing anything of what to do in my business, to picking up a free car and moving into a leadership position in less than 6 months. And then 2 months after that, I earned another car. And then the month after that, I earned another car. So 3 cars in honestly less than 8 months in my or 9 months in my business. So, anyways, and there were obstacles. I had people saying, "What the heck are you doing? Like you're crazy. Direct sales doesn't really work. Like what?" And that kind of degraded my business a little bit, but I thought I'm going to show them, right? And here I am 7 years later, and Mary Kay and my business have been completely providing for my household for the last 6.5 years. And my very first year in Mary Kay, 21 years old, honestly, I just took those challenges and ran with them, right? And I learned how to operate my business and how to get results and how to build a successful business. But I was able, y'all, I tripled my income with my Mary Kay business, tripled what I was making at the hospital. I ended up 6 months after starting my business, I quit my job at the hospital because I was making more part time in Mary Kay than I was working 50 hours a week and going to school full time at night. So I would work full time, going to school full time, and then earned a free car and moved into leadership while doing all of that. And then my first year in Mary Kay, like I said, earned 3 free cars and tripled my income. So I don't know about you, but that is like kind of unheard of for a 21-year-old, right? My first year between like my team building commissions and then my sales was about 60,000. So my very first year at our very big awards event, y'all, I didn't even know it until I was almost there. I got to walk across the stage and pick up my first diamond ring. Y'all, this is my first diamond ring right here. I still have it on. I love it. And got to pick up a diamond bumblebee also, which was a pin that year. So never dreamed all of that, but it was so fun to go to that company awards event and have all those victories that honestly I didn't even know that I was going to have just because I was working my business, which I learned to do in pay setters. So, I'm just going to encourage you to get plugged into training, to get plugged in to the pay setters program. If you are watching this and you're like, I don't even know what that is, ask your mentor or ask your leader because it's a lot of fun and it's going to really propel you. So I hope this inspires you, and you too, whether you've been in your business for a lot of years, or whether you just started your business and are a baby consultant is what I like to call it. That doesn't mean you're a baby, but you just started and you don't know what you're doing, right? Even if you're a baby consultant, you just have a dream to create more out of your business. Well, then get plugged in, right? It is so worth it. And it's so going to propel you. And really, the sky is the limit. Do y'all see all these plaques behind my head? And there's even more like up there. And there's even some in my closet that I don't have room for on the wall. Y'all, like, never did I dream my name would be on so many plaques, right? But you really can do something if you just have a dream, a passion, and a purpose. Then so much is in store for you, but it's waiting on you to step outside of your box today, right now. Get it done, sister. I hope that you have an amazing day and that you will run with all of your might and make great things happen. Bye, y'all.